Hello everyone, welcome back. It's TGR, that's Gaming Robo. Guys, we're managing Torquay United in a 5-year challenge. Now, Torquay United, as each and every one of you know, Torquay United is my football team, the team that I love and I support. So we're going to be managing them for 5 years. We're going to see what we can do with the club. We've got hardly any money whatsoever. Now, just before we do crack on with the video, please guys, make sure that you do smash like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell too. I would really appreciate if you did do all those things, as well as if you know of anyone else who would appreciate this type of content, or Football Manager, Championship Manager, anything like that. Share the video to them, share the channel to them, and it would only benefit me, and with that I'll be able to give you better content in result to that. But anyway guys, let's crack on with the video, start the intro, and let's see how we get along managing my club, Torquay United. So here we are, the first game of the season, or of the first season as well, and we brought in a fair few free transfers purely because we've got hardly any money. So looking over some of the free transfers, Robo Nilsson, I cannot pronounce his name, brought him in previously at KTP. James Dadge, he was a free transfer, but yeah, I'm hopefully going to build him up. Kane Farrell, once again another player that's just not played anything. Maurice Cruz, 18-year-old, but previously at HB Cluj. Pedro Teixeira, no previous club. Same again with Dylan Reed. Oh no, Dylan Reed, he was formerly at Queen's Park beforehand. Callum Archibald, no history whatsoever. And lastly, Denzel Williams, no history as well. As you can see, we've got a hell of a lot of loan players. I don't think we've brought any loans in. No. So they were already in the team at the start of the season. But guys, we're going to head over to the first game of the season. And I just realised we've got Cruz in at left back. That's not on at all. We're going to head over to the first game of the the end of the season. See how we get along with Torquay United. And I hope we can get promotion at the first time of asking. So we've come to the end of the first season. We see how we got along with the goals. Oh, we finished third. 7 points behind Notts County as well. The two teams that actually got promoted last season are the teams that got promoted in the first season, as well as it being Wrexham first, then followed by Notts County, even though they had to do it via the playoffs. I don't think we would have got anywhere with these cup tournaments. FA Cup first round. Who knocked us out in the first round? Chesterfield. FA Trophy. We got to the third round. And who beat us in the third round? Aldershot. Okay. Well, we'll have a look at the stats. So first of all, Aaron Jarvis, 29 goals this season. Absolutely phenomenal from him. And then it just drops. It just drops big time. Tackle rate, the best one for us at the moment is Robo Nilsson. Great start. I mean, average rating was a bit poor, let's be honest. But no, I'm absolutely happy with that. Now, going over the first season, now we finished third, obviously. And obviously the main thing is that the midfielders, they need to start getting in on the act as well. Because we can't just rely on Jarvis to score all of our goals throughout the season. So we've got a couple of areas. We definitely need a new central midfielder. Other than that, I mean, I would probably be looking at new wingers, to be honest with you. But let's head over to the start of the second season. Let's see what incomings and outgoings have happened within Torquay United, and hopefully, you know, we can build on the third place this season and go on and get promoted the next season. Let's see what players have come in and left. So we've come to the start of the second season, and we're going to be playing our first game away at Oldham Athletic. Now, looking over some of the incomings that we've got in, so Ryan Haynes has come in, brilliant left back for the league that we're in from Northampton. Josh Davison from AFC Wimbledon. I'm hoping that he can do the business for us. He scored 4 goals in 11 games last season. Johnny Smith from Burton Albion. He didn't play that many games at all, but he's a good winger and a pacey winger at that as well. Rory Watson from Wrexham. Now, he didn't play for Wrexham at all because they got Ben Foster in goal, but I brought him in and I'm hoping that he could be an absolute blinder of a keeper in, between the sticks. Dan Sweeney from Stevenage Borough. He doesn't look great, don't get me wrong, but he's a good player to have as a squad rotation. Dimitar Mitov, now brought him in because he can be challenging Watson for the number 1 jersey. He's wearing number 13 at the moment, but for all we know, he could be the number 1 keeper. Michif Effetti, formerly from Grimsby Town, didn't play last season as well, but he plays across the park and he's another player that we can have as a squad rotator. Alex Trambo, I signed him as a player assistant manager, but he's an assistant manager now. And lastly, Orium Maxim, 17-year-old Romanian, obviously started the game from this season. He doesn't look that bad, and I feel that we can really get him. We can really get him his talents bolstering up. The players have let us though. Reece Lovett, he's gone to Aldershot. Daniel Martin, Hampton and Richmond, and lastly Ross Marshall, he's gone to Melbourne Knights. I don't think we brought any loanees in, no. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is our team. This is the team for the season 2. Like I said, I'm hoping that we can get promoted this time, Askham. So let's head over to the end of the season. Fingers crossed, we've got something to celebrate. So we've come to the end of the second season for Torquay. Have we managed to get in the promotion place or even winning the league this season? Get in! Come on, look at that. 5 points clear of Southend as well. That is fantastic. That's trophy number 1 for Torquay. We've got to have that trophy counter up. Right, so the Football League trophy. We've got to the Southern Section final. And we lost to Oxford United. Gutting. Absolutely gutting. FA Cup, we got beaten in the qualifying round. Who did we lose to? Dorking as well. FA Trophy, 3rd round. Who beat us in the 3rd round? Aldershot again. Crying out loud. Right, well, the only thing is we won the league. We better our score from the last season by 21 points. Now, going over the stats, that can't be right. We've lost our striker. I've just seen we've lost our striker. Where is he? Got lots of people have left us during the season. Right, so no, he wasn't playing up front. Jarvis was. He scored 4 goals, so no, it wasn't him. Who was our striker? Josh Davison. 19 goals in 27 games, but look, he obviously had a minimum fee release clause. But 300,000 we bought him for, and we got 2.8 million pounds for him. That has helped our finances massively. Right, let's have a look at our finances quickly. We got 3.8 million pounds. Well, that's going to help us tremendously for League 2. We definitely need to be bringing in a couple of players to help us push on and hopefully not get relegated in the first time of asking. But quickly have a look at Maxim, how he's developed so far. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. I mean, give him a couple of years, I think he might be really, really good. But let's head over to the start of season 3. Let's see what incomings and outgoings there are, and hopefully we've got a good solid team to hopefully survive the drop next season. So we've come to the start of season 3. Well, I say the start. We've come to the end of the transfer deadline window. We needed to try and get the players in that we needed to help bolster our team. And looking over some of the transfers we got, so we brought Ben Williams in from Cheltenham Town. He had an okay season last season, so hopefully he'll do us proud. Idris Kanu, got him from Barnet. 3 goals in 18 appearances. Okay, it doesn't look great at the moment, but hopefully he will develop into something really, really good. Cameron Bothwick Jackson. Think he was a former Man U. Yeah, he was. Former Man U youngster. Brought him in for 325,000. I mean, I brought him in because I think maybe I can get something out of him. I'm praying and hoping I can. Adam Martin from Aston Villa reserves team. Got him in for defensive midfield duties. He could play right, left and centre, and I'm hoping that he could do the business for us as well. And lastly, Cameron Humphreys. Now, I look at him and I think League 2 player. He's definitely a top table team player. Maybe League 1 it might be a little bit too much for him, but I'm hoping he can do us proud as well. Players that have left us: Ben Wyatt, Ryan Hansen, Ryan Haynes, Brett McGavin, and lastly Dylan Reed. Some of these players that we got for free and we're making massive money on them, so I'm really, really happy with that. But this is what our team looks like for the start of season 3. At the moment we're 3rd in the league at the moment, and I'm hoping that we can really push on from that as well. Then let's head over to the end of season 3, and we've got everything crossed that we can at least get playoffs, surely, for the way we started the season. So we've come to the end of season 3 and the start of season 4. So we need to see what league we're in right now. League 2. Right, let's go over the domestic league. So last season we finished in 5th, so we got to the playoffs. Obviously we couldn't get through, couldn't get over the line in the playoffs. We'll have a look at what happened in the playoffs momentarily, but FA Trophy, we weren't in it. So we go to the FA Cup, second round, that's gutting. Football League Trophy, second round. Let's have a look. League Cup, we got to the second round last season as well. Right, so we'll have a look at the fixtures for last season. So League Cup, we got knocked out by West Ham 2-0. To be fair, 84th and 87th minute, we lasted that long. That's brilliant. That's pretty good for us. FA Cup replay, we lost to Fleetwood. Oh, that's ball ache. And in the semi-final, we lost. We lost in the semi-final of the playoffs, so we couldn't even get past Oxford. That's a crying shame. But having a look at some of the players that have joined us. So Colin Gallagher from Wolves. He did really well last season, so I'm hoping that he can do the same for us now. Maury Dial. I brought him in. Look at that. I mean, Rory Watson just wasn't hacking it so far. George Thompson. He looks brilliant. He looks really, really good. Omar Rekek. 3.9 million. That's the most we've ever spent on anyone ever. Ben Knight from Manchester City. He's scoring 4 goals already so far this season. And lastly, Odi Alpha, who's had a good start to the season as well. And the players that have left us, Marius Cruz, he's gone after only playing 3 games. Jacob Mensah. And lastly, Dean Mason. Now, we haven't had a look at Maxim so far, and at the moment it looks like he's still the same. Still looks the same. But at the moment we're 4th in the league. So we're in the playoff places only by goal difference. I'm praying and hoping that we can get promoted at the end of season 4. So we've come to the end of season 4, guys, and I really want to see what's happened to us in League 2. Come on! Oh my god. This is the second time we've ever gone out of the Football League 2 division. That is absolutely amazing. 15 points clear Southend. Southend has gone up with us. as they did in the Vanarama National League. Absolutely brilliant. Well, I'll have a look at the cup competitions. That's trophy number 2 so far. Obviously, we weren't in the FA Trophy League Cup first round. We got beaten by Portsmouth on penalties. That is amazing. We took them as far as that. We were in front until the last 9 minutes. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. What about Football League Trophy quarter final? We lost to AFC Wimbledon. And lastly, the FA Cup first round. We're not doing well in the domestic cups, are we? We lost to Swindon Town on penalties. They've got Karius in goal. They've got Axel Twanzebe, Dewsbury Hall, Charlie Austin. They've got a phenomenal amount of play. Andros Townsend as well. God. Well, I'll have a look at some of the stats. So, Ben Knight, 28 goals, and he's leaving us this season. £5 million release clause. Well, we got 5 million out of him, so we can at least spend that money on someone really, really good. Johnny Smith, 14 goals, brilliant. Odi Alpha, 11 goals but 18 assists. That's fantastic. Maxim's not there. Oh God, has he gone? Oh no, he's still there. I don't know, he's starting to look like he's developing pretty good. It's looking like he's developing now. Hopefully it will carry on. But guys, I mean, we've got 2 trophies so far, and we're heading into the last season for Torquay United. And we're going into the Football League 1. We definitely need someone. We definitely need someone to be able to produce the magic for us in the next season. So we've come to the last season for Torquay United. We're in the English Football League 1, and our first game is the Devon Derby against Plymouth Argyle. You couldn't write it even better. So looking at the transfers incoming, so Lucas Toussaint, we got him on a Bosman ruling from Hertha Berlin, and we're paying a hefty £15,000 a week for him. Matej Kovar, cracking young keeper from Man United. Luis Ayal from West Ham, paying a lot of money for him as well. Oliver Casey, he looks pretty good, from Luton Town. David Tovezki, that's how you pronounce it, from FK Rostov. Owen Beck from Liverpool, great left back there. Ryan Jack, yes, he's a little bit old, but we've got some brilliant influence, and as well as someone who knows the game inside and out, playing it over at Rangers beforehand. So I'm really happy to have Ryan Jack with us. Luke Matheson, brought him in. He was starting the game over at Wolves, and I think he'll do really well for us. Jonathan Panzo from Blackpool. We spent 5 million, so what we got from Ben Knight we spent on Panzo, and I'm really happy to have him in the club. Lastly, Callum Ward from Bolton. He didn't even play last season. We spent £3 million. That's shocking. So we spent nearly £16 million this window. And the outgoings, Denzel Knight, he's gone on a free transfer. Ben Knight, obviously, he's gone to Norwich City. Mark Halstead, who is the Torquay United goalkeeper at the moment, he's gone to Stalybridge. Maury Diao, he's gone to Portsmouth for £2.4 million. The young Romanian, he's gone to Blackpool, and look at him, he's now developing really nicely. But for someone we got on a free transfer, we got £1.3 million out of him. Brilliant. Idris Kanu, he's gone to Oldham. And lastly, Tom Bayliss, he has gone to Total Network Solutions over in Wales. But I mean, I forgot to mention, guys, in the last season we brought in Mario Icardi for 500,000. Yes, he's not doing that great, admittedly, but we've got this fantastic player who can really help us, hopefully, in this season. So let's head over to the end of this last season. with Torquay United. Fingers crossed we've got something to cheer about once again, and hopefully have 3 trophies for our club at the end of the season. So we've come to it's come to the end of the season, and like I said, I'm hoping that we've got 3 trophies at least for Torquay United. I don't want to finish on 2. Come on, get in. And we're in the Championship for the first time ever in our lives, and we can't even get to see it. We beat Ipswich by 8 points, and the only 2 teams left to see if they're going to get promoted is Tranmere or Rotherham. So 3 trophies, but how have we got along in the other tournaments? League Cup, got knocked out in the 2nd round. Burnley wins it. Jesus Christ. Bournemouth beat us 1-0. What about the Football League Trophy semi-final? Swindon Town beating us in the semi-final. Lastly, FA Cup. And we got to the 3rd round. It's the furthest we've got so far. The furthest we got, Tottenham wins it. And we lost to Liverpool 1-0. Elliot Chapman scored his only goal of the season. For crying out loud. I see that Arsenal beat Cambridge City 7-0. That is just absolutely bonkers. But going over the stats, guys, I mean, look at this. Tozveski scoring 30 goals this season. Fantastic return rate from him. Alpha scoring 12. Lewis Brooks scoring 12. And the list goes a little bit less and less. Icardi got 3 this season, but he's playing in midfield. And the tackle rates, I love looking at this. Lucas Toussaint 2.5. Ryan Jack 2.4. Jonathan Panzo 2.3, as well as Alpha 2.3 as well. Of course, he's valued at £9 million. His minimum fee release is £16.5 million. But guys, if you have liked this video, please make sure that you give this a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell too. Like I said, it helps me tremendously, and we'll be able to do bigger and better things for each and every one of you as well. If you want to see any other team with a 5-year challenge or a season-long gameplay, leave a comment down below. And also, if you want to see another 5 years with this Torquay United side going on from the Championship onwards, please make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know on that as well. But guys, thank you very much for your love, your support, everything that you give to me, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you the next video that we have on my channel here at TGR. That's Gaming Robo.